I'm to speak on this one time and one time only. With what happened a few nights ago. Kevin and I spoke. We're moving forward. I think there's no secret that I am the emotional player. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I play with that same emotion. Sometimes they get the best of me, and it doesn't work to my favor. I'm gonna live with that, because it works in my favor to the good, as my resume speaks and this team resume speaks, more so than it doesn't. And so I'm never going to change who I am. I'm going to approach the game the same way that I always do. And, like I said, we'll continue to move forward. And I've read a lot about how is this the end of the run, or is it over, or did I ruin it, or did I force Kevin to leave? At the end of the day, as I've said before, whatever Kevin decided to do, whatever Clay decided to do, whatever who decides to do, we had great years together, and I support everybody wholeheartedly, 100%. As a man, as a human being, you got the right to do what you want to do with your life, and so I'll never question that. But what you must know is nobody in this organization, from a player, not myself, not Kevin, not anybody else, is going to beat us. So if you one of them other 29 teams in this league, you got to beat us. We're not going to beat us. We're going to continue to do what we do. And I'm sorry if that ruins everybody's stories. I know everybody got a job to do. I apologize for ruining y'all's stories if it did. But if this only makes Kevin, myself, and the rest of my teammates stronger, that's what it's going to do. So, you think you saw something before. Good luck with us now. We're not going to crumble off of an argument. We're going to move forward. So that's all I got to say. Anybody want to talk about basketball, I'm here. If not, it's been real.
What about management?
Anybody want to talk about basketball? I spoke on what I spoke about. If anybody want to talk about basketball, I'll take some basketball questions. But that's all I got to say about that.
Last time you guys were here, it was Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. I think this is a fan base that likes to yell at you every time you touch the ball. Do you feed off that kind of environment? Do you remember what that Game 7 was like?
Yeah, I do feed off that. I love that type of environment. It's what you live for. That's what, we work to play in and get ready for these moments. Like you said, last time here was Game 7, and that was a great day for us, so we want to, obviously it won't be that same energy. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, yeah, we want to ride off that. It's a completely different year, different team, but it's good to walk into a building with that good feeling. But, tonight is about what we come out here and do on the floor tonight, and, execute our game plan and try to come in and get another win.
As one of the main playmakers on this team, does your mentality change when Steph is not on the court with you, not having him around?
I think everybody's mentality changes when Steph's not on the floor. It's kind of a different offense. Steph, when he's on the floor, he kind of, Steve always says, he kind of brings this chaos to the game that our offense kind of flows off of, and that kind of put the defense in the panic. And so it's a different offense when Steph isn't on the floor. So I think everybody's role changes. Everybody's mindset has to change. It's when Steph's out there, it's kind of more free-flowing and just going. When he's not, we have to execute a little bit more when he's not out there.
Even when he's injured, how nice is it having Steph on the road with you guys, just having his presence around?
It's always good to have Steph's presence. It's always good to have everybody present. Obviously, each guy makes up a different, just brings something different to this team. And so obviously having everybody around is always important. Having Steph's presence, obviously, is important. And, it's good to have him on the trip.
Given who Steph is and leadership qualities, what do you think his presence does in just helping the team move forward?
It does a lot. That's kind of who, this organization has been built around. Everybody kind of took on, his personality, his free-flowing, and for lack of a better term, careless approach. when I say careless, I mean like not a care in the world, just like enjoy. You know, that joy that we always talk about, that kind of comes from him. You know, so you know, it's always going to be important because that's kind of the makeup of this team.
With the 14-second shot clock that came into this year, what effect have you noticed in terms of either scoring or any changes to the offense, not just your team, but around the league? Like what effect it's had?
I don't really know if that's the change. I think there's been a lot of changes that's affected the league. Not really sure if that's one of them. Like I think all year one time, what we played 15 games now. I remember one time where we got the offensive rebound and that affected us, and it was like, oh man, like I forgot about that. I think we got offensive rebound and somebody with like 23 seconds left, and I pulled the ball out, like get the last shot, and they started yelling from the bench like 14. Other than that, like I don't think anybody in the league is saying, oh man, we only got 14 seconds, let's get a shot up quick, because when you get an offensive rebound, most people in the league kick it out for a quick three anyway. So I don't really see that causing any other changes.
Well, Draymond, given that you're such a good playmaker and the team, generally speaking, is about ball movement, but there's also a lot of good players on the team, like what's kind of the philosophy on how you weigh those different components of finding a certain guy?
Well, you know, I think the ball movement is always important. Whether we got a matchup we like, you know, whether a guy got it going, ball movement is always going to be important. Obviously, there are times where you just got to scrap that. You know, a lot of times down the stretch we scrap that. You know, and K's going to have the ball, Steph's going to have the ball, Clay's going to be flying off for a shot. Like a lot of times down the stretch we scrap it. But you know, throughout the course of the game, you know, you want to keep that ball moving and that flow to keep everybody else in the rhythm. You know, and not just allow the defense to key on those guys. Down the stretch, you got to go to your guys and they got to go get a bucket. That's just a fact of the matter.